Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over just a few of the platforms in DeFi and in the Binance blockchain. I'm just going to go over briefly a few of the options here, and I just want to let you know I'm not here to give you any kind of financial advice. I'm not here to promote anything. I have no affiliation with any of these sites or any of these companies. I'm just showing you just some of the research and some of what I've gathered from some experimentation through some of these different platforms. Okay, so if you have interest, and if you've probably heard already about DeFi and the Binance blockchain and essentially how much more profitable it is right now, and the first thing I'm going to do is, and I'll post this on the channel, is this site here. I'm going to go over just a few of the ones that I have gone into, and there's ones that I've also gotten into that have not worked out, and I'll talk about this separately. I'm just going to focus on Pancake Swap, Bakery Swap, and Ape Swap. And I'm also going to mention Pancake Bunny a little bit. So when you're looking at these platforms and you're making a decision as to which one you want to invest in, one of the most critical and important things is the community. Because in the end, it's the community that's going to make these platforms survive. And it's going to make that price be stable and last. So this is Bakery Swap. If you haven't heard of Bakery Swap, this is a pretty interesting platform where you could do earning, you can do staking, you can do liquidity pools, and they have released some pretty interesting features here. Like you can actually do ETH 2.0 staking. The interest rates are, I mean, they're nice, but you'll see how in general a lot of these can offer much higher interest rates. However, you have to consider long-term just the power of ETH 2.0. What's nice about Bakeswap, Bakery, is they do also integrate with the other platform we're going to talk about a little bit, which is Apeswap. So you can now on Bakeswap, as well on Apeswap, you can actually go in, and so the token for Apeswap is called the banana token. So you can go into Apeswap and you can actually farm banana plus bake, and that'll lock you into this liquidity pool. If you look here, you'll see how there's a 35x, a 17x, and 8x. You want to consider the APR number that you see here, as well as when you see 35x and 17x, that's the number of people that are in that liquidity pool at the given time. Now the thing about, if you look at these interest rates here for Ape, you see how they're extremely high. So you go over here to Bakeswap, which is a much more established platform. It's been around for longer. Their rates are also overall they're much lower, except for if you look here in the top left, they have a banana and bake pool, a liquidity pool. That's obviously, you see how high that is. And what's nice about that too is that when you're looking at these platforms, the fact that banana and bakery, so that the Bakery Swap and Ape Swap have obviously a clear partnership to a level, it also can bring a little more comfort to working with that platform. The community, basically in Telegram, I highly recommend joining the Telegram group for all of these. Apeswap's Telegram group is absolutely amazing. I highly recommend just at least experiencing it and checking it out, even if you forget about even putting money into it or not, or almost even before you consider putting money into it. I highly recommend just join the Telegram group of Apeswap. It is really like a family, and I mean the only thing that I can even compare it to is Doge, and it's really not like Doge because it's just such a warm community in Apeswap. And today, like, somebody was sick and a bunch of people were pulling together to help them. It's a very, very unique kind of community in Apeswap. I think part of it too is that Apeswap's also younger. It's newer, and the community there is really working together, and it's just a really cool family. Bakeswap also has a really nice Telegram. It's been around for longer. It's more established. But they have a nice Telegram too. It's a different kind of vibe. But I recommend also join the Bakeswap Telegram and just to experience it and check it out. So if you see here, you've got these different liquidity pools here, and they are very immersed in the NFT space. And if you have not learned about NFTs, it's a pretty amazing space that CryptoC can also you can actually get NFT artwork here with your Bake token, which is it's pretty cool. And you'll see how they can increase here significantly in value with 12 Bake. You can go up to some of the more complex artworks, and they get up to thousands. So I recommend just kind of looking through and checking this out with their, the supermarkets here have 15,000 Bake, and a Bake token is like about $2 now. So basically, this NFT is about 30 grand. So when you basically put money into these platforms or into these pools, what you are also investing in is the strength of that token. So one thing that's really nice with I'll have to say is with Apeswap that we've experienced is that the market today has been really very, very volatile the last couple of days, and the Apeswap value has maintained its value in the $2 range. And a lot of these other Bakeswap just really, really took a hitting, and so did the Pancake Swap, which I'll talk about in a minute too. So you also have just a regular pool where you can just lock in the tokens. And you'll see here how sometimes the rate is a little bit less, as well as the risk sometimes going to be slightly less as well. Apeswap, and then the other one, this has kind of become one of the most well-known platforms, Pancake Swap. In Pancake Swap, which I've been in all these platforms. They have a lot of it's like a launching pad as well, and they've also got a lottery here where you can you can buy tickets for a lottery. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. You can and they have all these different pools for these different platforms as well. The rates in some of theirs are slightly lower. That's the only kind of downside to Pancake Swap. I mean, these are still great rates. You see like 131%, 114%, but because it's more established, you're going to see the rates are slightly lower. But also, you can say too, like because it's more established, there's slightly less risk as well. The token now is at $11. It's also taken a huge. It's gone down a lot last few days with the rest of the market. Now, the last one I'm going to mention, which is Bunny, which a lot of people look at this and think that it looks a little bit sketchy. I was in this, and the rates are a little bit higher. It's a very kind of simplistic site, but the Bunny token has also gone down a lot, but their rates are they're much higher than Pancake Swap. I'm not recommending any of these platforms specifically under any level. You really need to do your own research and make that decision on your own. I don't really when the platforms don't have their own. First thing you should ask yourself is, do they have a Telegram group? Now, Pancake Bunny does not have a Telegram group that I am aware of, at least. And or if they have a Telegram group, maybe it's smaller, whatnot. And I have not. But Pancake Swap, Ape Swap, and Bakery Swap all have very active Telegram groups, and which are currently active right now. You can join them, and I almost would recommend even before you throw money at it, before you put money in any of these platforms, join the Telegram group. That's the way you really can kind of get the vibe of the company, the vibe of the, as well as the vibe of their support, and you can get the feedback from the other users, and then when because it does get confusing when you look at pooling and working with the farms. And when you're working with the farms too, with the rates, you lock them in. Nice thing about Pancake Swap that's just super simple is you pull your money and you can just automatically just click. There's an Ape Harder button where you can just compound it very easily. And they ran a BNB pool there where you could just earn, Binance tokens. And like today they released this banana cake, liquidity pool. So look, I mean, in all honesty, the most, another very attractive thing, of course, is their APRs. If you look at these and you compare these to the other platforms, it's slightly higher, and it's just high enough that you don't need to be concerned. If you look at some of the other platforms, if you start scrolling to like the future pages here, and you go to some of these other, DeFi platforms that have these just insane interest rates, the kind of the rule of thumb that if you see anything that's above 3,000%, that's where you need to start getting concerned, and that's where the risk of potential rug pulls and whatnot start to occur. So that's kind of what I wanted to just briefly go over. I think that if there was one thing I could say is that I'm not even encouraging you to put money into any of these. All I would encourage you to is join the Telegram groups. Bunny's group might be active now. You might be able to get into the Telegram group. I haven't, but I know Pancake, Apeswap, and Bakeswap all have very active Telegram groups that you can join right now. Bunny might have theirs, right now too. But and the Apeswap Telegram group is very, very, it's very special. It's very unique, and I have never seen a community like it. The only thing I can compare it to is Doge. And then join the Bakery Swap and join the Pancake Swap before you put money into it. That's basically, that would probably be the only advice I would feel good about. Saying, for like taking your money and your investments, join the Telegram groups and just feel them out. And yeah, that's all I would like to say. I want to try to get this under 12 minutes. So yeah, feel free if you have questions, and I hope that helps a little bit.